In these videos, we've heard from some leading Queensland tourism businesses on how they create wow moments for their guests to delight and surprise them. We know that experiences that make our guests feel like they're on the same odd tour as everyone else just aren't good enough anymore. Our guests want more than just to see the sights. They want to learn why you love this place and what makes it special. They want a backstage pass to see and hear awe-inspiring stories of people and places, to understand the history and culture of Queensland's iconic spots, to find the hidden gems. They want to touch, taste and smell new things. They want experiences that speak to them personally, connecting them with their likes and interests, experiences that help define who they are. And most of all, they want the holiday of a lifetime. So what are some ways we can make this happen?
Our ride is a mixture of different experiences. It's the thrills and adventure and the speed, as well as the beautiful scenery and sightseeing. And different things cause the wow for different people. Some come back really excited about being out on the water, seeing the beautiful scenery. Others come back and are really excited about the adrenaline and the adventure.
There used to be a perception that the Chinese wanted to see mainly fish, and they're interested in coming and just seeing lots and lots of fish, and they're happy. Whereas now what I hear and what I see and from the feedback is that it's a whole package and experience that is important, from not only the fish but as well as the coral, the quality of the coral, and then the educational part of it as well.
Through our observations, our guests have changed dramatically. Back when we started 10 years ago, it was basically a backpacker and a family market. That's who we catered for. Now that we're getting a shift towards more long-term international students that are staying here, which is great for us, because instead of the families and the backpackers wanting to do a one-off experience, the students that are coming here to learn also want to learn and do more intense programs and actually learn the sport rather than just experiencing the sport.
Our guests have changed over time by becoming more aware and more demanding. They're far more educated on what they're expecting.
We're very aware that we have a lot of local domestic visitors come to our venue, so what we do every year is we put on a new show. Aside from putting on a new show, we up the ante with every show. Every show the production values increase, so if you have been to Dracula's before and you're coming back again, you're going to have a completely new experience.
Seen a great change in the guests that we have on board the boat. The main thing is, for me personally, is just how they're spending their extra money on board the boat. You know, things are a little bit tighter these days, your dollar's fluctuating, so it's really important that you know, we're just open and honest with them on the boat and just tell them the benefits of jumping in for a dive, or you know, taking that glass bottom boat tour, so that they feel that they're getting some real value out of what they spend on board.
With Brisbane Greeters, one of the things that I found with visitors, that people today are very time poor. And so rather than racing from one thing to another, they want to slow down their travel and spend more time. So I think they want to see more, but do less, if that makes sense to you. So here in Brisbane, we like to slow them down and take our time and explore the city.
When they experience one of our tours, they're immediately sharing that on social media.
The one thing that's really worked for us is that it's knowing who you are, being genuine to who you are and knowing who you are. At the core of us is the Daintree Rainforest, and it was always about presenting the Daintree Rainforest as best we can, and we have a unique opportunity because we're getting people on top of the forest so they can see holistically the expanse of the forest, the reef, rather than just being in amongst and the trees hiding the forest, if you get my meaning.
Well, we initiated the VIP scheme here at Dracula's, and what we found is that we're actually booking the VIPs ticket sales more than we are the regular price tickets. It's very popular and it's working a treat. They have an earlier arrival time, which means they get to experience some more of what Dracula's has got to offer. We have a jazz band that performs at the start of the night. They get early entrance, they get canapes, they get champagne on arrival, get to ride the ghost train, and as I said, then they get to enjoy the jazz performance before we open the doors for the flood of all of the other audience who come in for the night.
I think the thing that's really worked for our business over the years is to be prepared to change and adapt to the changing climate and the different market. Listen to the experts from all of the industry, from tourism industry. They know what they're talking about. They've done a lot of research, and yeah, take their advice and listen and be prepared to change.
There's no single thing that has worked for us. It's a combination of many different things, but I suppose the one thing over the years is our persistence. We work really hard and we don't stop. We've worked hard at developing our product, making it suit the markets, and then we've worked really hard at marketing our product to the various markets.
We like to work with local events and attractions. Not a stock standard photo. We like to take our vintage vanity makeovers where they get dressed up in the 50s, and we take it to the Currumbin Wildlife Sanctuary. There they have their photos taken with the coloured birds, and it's just an extension of our photos that we do at the motel. We're now doing creative writing classes where we set up upstairs and people write their memoirs, their comedy sketches, and they just sit here and look over the Pacific Ocean.
I think the thing that's really worked for us is that we have information in different languages. Obviously our clients come from many different parts of the world, so taking time to explain and then also having this information for them in language is incredibly important.
What's really worked for us in the past few years is setting up systems where we are able to get feedback and listen to what our different target markets want from the Great Barrier Reef and the Seawalker experience. So for example, the Japanese, they really focus on safety, whereas our India and China, they are more after an adventurous type of experience.
With Brisbane Greeters, I find a lot of my visitors come back to me and say they can't believe the fantastic moments that they can find just in everyday life as we're walking through Brisbane.
Queensland is a place where people come to have fun, relax, discover new experiences, challenge themselves, see the sights, meet new people and escape life's endless to-do lists and just indulge themselves and spend quality time with family and friends. After their time in Queensland, we want our guests to feel the best they have ever felt. To ensure this happens, we must deliver the exceptional experiences that create lifelong memories that our visitors just can't stop talking about. And as tourism operators, you are the ones that make that happen. What are some new ideas or ways of doing things that you could introduce to create wow moments for your guests, to delight and surprise them, and more importantly, ensure you deliver on your marketing promise? What's your story and passion for your experience and this place, and how are you sharing it with your guests? We need to all work towards being more creative and innovative to deliver world-class, one-of-a-kind, uniquely Queensland experiences for our guests. On behalf of Tourism and Events Queensland, thanks for watching. We certainly hope this helps, and remember, it's all about the experience.